fact that I paid out.
It was only 800 something, and I think it had been running 900 something.
Yes, I know, I have copies.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
And it was the 888 from Martin's Dental Insurance times 4.
Okay.
And you add that back, and it'll bring it back to, okay.
Walter, any questions on the pay file? I don't have any either. All those in
Okay.
favor of, well, we need a motion to pay the payroll.
Make a motion to pay payroll.
Second. You guys are not doing a lot of that. It's just the two of you. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Say opposed, same sign. Okay.
Okay, and the claims.
That's the payroll, pay file. Okay, any questions on claims, Penny? No. Walter?
No.
Motion to pay claims? Make a motion to pay the claims. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign, no opposition. Okay. Claims passed.
Thank you.
Then you have your 2015 budget.
Yes.
We have copies of those. Yeah.
Yes, we worked on, the council's worked on this budget, 2014 proposed budget. And tonight is the adoption. Have any questions before someone makes a motion?
Thank you, Walter. Any questions on the budget? We've gone through that. Don't have any changes. Okay. One of the things that we do have a resolution. Did you do that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we had that meeting on the 20th, so we'll just do it at that time.
Okay. I wasn't sure whether it was in either or not. I guess I got it confused. I thought it was just a question.
That's all right. It's up to you. So is there a motion to accept the 2015 budget?
Make a motion to accept the pay file.
Is there a second? I second. Okay, there's a second. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Is that the reduction of the
There's
current
two.
budgets? Is that what you mean? Oh, okay.
There were 2 or 3 lines, yeah, or 2 or 3 accounts. Okay, we're up to now adjustments for wastewater customers.
Okay, we only have 2 to think about. The first one's Jim Bray. He came in today. His water bill for 2014 had been a little bit higher each month. He's using more than 2,500 gallons. He said there's a leak. And so we had the boys go out and check. Bob actually checked, said yes, there was a leak. And I got a ticket there to work order. This said it was on the customer side. So I told him that on the customer side, he wanted it to be adjusted because he never uses more than minimum. And the prior people that have always run before have always just adjusted it. So I said, well, I haven't, and I cannot do that. He said it would cost more for the town to go in and tear the street up and release the street.
Okay. Mr. Bob, would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, I went over there, he took me to his house, he had all new faucets and toilet fixtures and everything, so shut the meter off, everything quit, seemed to quit. I crawled under his house and shut the main off under his house, went back out. The meter was very so slightly moving, so I said, Jim, you more than likely have a small leak somewhere between your shut off inside the foundation and the meter. So it was pretty much left that. I was there for quite a while.
Okay. But it was,
To just double check it, but
the meter didn't move there?
it did, yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a normal leak where the meter just runs and runs and runs. I mean, it spit for a minute and then it stopped. And it spit, he said he went through this years ago with Roger, and he said at that time, Roger just went into town hall and I said, listen, we can't figure out where the leak is. For some reason, Jim is thinking that it might be on our side of it, but I explained to him that if it doesn't run through the meter, he's not paying for it. So there may or may not be a leak on our side, but it's not going through the meter, because I can shut the meter off and there's 0 water. So
Okay.
it's a small area between the meter and his house.
But his, let's see here, I'm looking at this. running,
like, just a little bit more.
so he wants a credit for the entire year.
No, he just wants to, well, not the entire thing, but the entire year, but from here on out, or from this last month, he wants credit. And he wants us to just bill $59.53, because it's gonna cost us a lot more money, and he's kind of upset about it, to dig up the street. But I said, one guy on 10 Fields, he dug from his house, in his yard, and there was a small leak, and it was on his side, and he started from, he was lucky, he said he started from the sink, where the sink was at, and found the leak right away, and he couldn't have to dig off his yard. So I did tell him, and that was a possibility. And he said Roger probed it years ago, and he couldn't find anything, but they never dug it. So there we are. But he thinks the town's responsible and should do something.
It's on his side of the meter, it's his responsibility.
All right.
I would suggest just indicating to him, of course, this is the board's decision, just indicate to him, what we're just saying. If there's no problem, we're doing your bill for correction. Again, if I'm wrong, have the lease step in. As soon as you correct it, then we might review it, but until that time, I mean, if he's going to take that stance, he thinks so automatically on us, then there's nothing we can do.
How much higher was the bill, Sharon?
It's only, it's $59.53 is the minimum, and it's just a few dollars like this last month.
The only, it's on the waste side, so the waste side is,
Yeah, it's not that much actually. It's 7.06, so, $5, $10 here and there, but he said that was his $5 and $10, so.
okay.
I don't think you even have discretion to credit back water
He
on
said
the water bill. You can't sewer, but you really can't do that with water.
Okay, next one is Sharon Camp.
Sharon Camp came back again, and this
Now,
was,
is Ms. Camp or her plumber here? You are here to represent her plumber? Okay.
okay. What happened, she said because she was gone, she went to vacation to Florida, she had a leak, and it was due to us, because when it's turned off, it wasn't turned off completely. But as I'm showing, which was real interesting, on 11/8/2013, and Bob signed off on it, going back to Texas, we have the meter read, 2326, and then again, on the last page, on 11/20, that's like 12 days or whatever, and it's still the same. So it has showed no movement in 12 days. And if there was a really bad leak, I think that the boys would have left the leak. In that 12 days, I think the meter would have moved a little bit somehow. Answer that one, Jeff.
I don't know what the temperatures were back then,
But I mean,
But if there was a leak,
and in the 12-day period,
in the 12-day period, it's exactly the same number.
well, yeah, there obviously was a leak.
That's what I'm saying. That's what is kind of my proof. That's what I'm saying. And so, and then on 6/16, she said check for the leak. But this was another thing she did. They automatically turn the water on themselves. So how do we know for sure when they turn that water on? They have to turn the water on. And it's not nothing that the boys turned on. Someone turned it on and said then check for a leak. So then she's asking for $150. And, to pay for materials, trip fee, labor, and all this that was fixed in the basement. That's all I can see.
Well, I can tell you the way we do things. When someone goes on vacation, we turn it off. And when they come back in the spring, we turn it on. And we'll stand there for anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes and watch to see if the meter flows to determine if there is a leak. That is if the customer's not there. If the customer's there, then they can go in and check themselves. If the customer's not there, we stand there and check it ourselves, stand there and watch it to confirm there is or isn't a leak. So if we didn't turn it back on, then
And they used 1,000 gallons and they made it over that month. So that, I'm just thinking, it's not,
well, I don't know why they would have turned it back on themselves.
that's what my
So,
question is.
how come she didn't come in here and talk about it?
Well,
This is the second time, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody's too busy, they have all the complaints, but they're too busy to come in. They I asked him, and he is not, last one, come in. I mean, they should put it in place.
Okay, I think we will see what, maybe she could get further information from her plumber, or maybe he could come.
Okay, that's what
We
I'll do.
look at that too. Okay, anything else then on your, you don't have any more adjustments?
No.
Okay, I do have one thing, People's Bank, we did it in a special meeting, but we did it in the meeting before, and this is such a tiny print, and it wasn't ordered exactly right. Okay, so, and this is what I need a motion to. Okay, to accept People's Bank loan terms for the affluent structure, and that I'm the individual that's authorized to sign loan documents on behalf of the town of Morgantown as town council president, and that I'm also authorized to pledge the town of Morgantown wastewater assets, including revenue stream from the wastewater utility fund as collateral. We had all that in the last one, but it didn't mention that I was a signer, so we need to have that in there. I thought I had that in the motion.
Well, I think that you did, and
It wasn't in the minutes that way, and he called it, so he asked that we, this time, this minutes, this time. Okay, so would you make that motion,
I'll make
please?
the motion.
Jill, okay?
Well, the pledge of the assets,
No, but it was the same thing that we had the last time, it's that it's the revenue stream from the wastewater
but
utility.
it says pledge assets and revenue stream.
Business assets including that's what we had the last time. It was the same thing on the fusion pumps.
No, that's right.
Oh, that was the same thing we had that time. But only in the minutes it didn't mention that I was a designated signer. So will you second that, please, sir?
I did.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign? Okay. Now, DPW, Mr. Allen.
We had 23 calls, one water leak. We have got Mary and Sycamore Cat prepared to shave that off as soon as we get a few days notice from Wallace when they're going to pay it. So we've got that ready to shave off. Of course, one of the whole weeks was involved in getting ready for Colonel Water Day. Hopefully the mowing is going to be slowing down there. I know we've got one more 3 or 4 day period out at the lagoon this year. We did some patching on some previous water leaks. Marion and 135, we did some patching on Cross Street, Mulberry Street, and Sycamore Street. We did have a couple of leaks at the lift stations. One of them we had to call in Covalent on. The other one, a hose that kind of goes on one. So, other than that, I was going to bring up what we're going to do, because we talked to Wesley today, and they dropped off some stuff, which I'll hand to you later. And I was going to bring up the tower gauge when they, of course, done the drains inspection that broke the target system. But the more thing, I think we should wait until we have that meeting on the 20th to go ahead and decide on that, because it's got the quotes on, if we need to wax it or what we need to do and how many, if we do need to wax it because of the time frame or what everybody suggests, because I have quotes on all that. I have not, I thought I had called them, but I did. I marked it on there that I called them. I got it, and I've got it on my desk to get back in touch with Bath and Logan to see what the status is on the well inspection.
Oh, well, inspections, yeah.
So I've got that. The only other thing that I can think of that I have is if you guys want to act on the, which by the way, we did do pretty good on the salt purchase. We ended up, like I said, 120, I believe it was, a ton. I know another utility that waited another week and went up to 145 tons. So we did pretty good there. They're going to hold it for us for some time, but we're originally going to have to find a place to store it because he'll want to, he's going to want more room to get more salt. Is what basically is what it's on. And I proposed to you about the salt barns by 24 foot in length and depth with the, like, similar to the barriers that they have right out here by the ridge, which will raise it to that amount. It's all total, the building itself is 384028. Probably done some calling and checking, the best we can do on the, some are 40, some are Shelby material, so it's $20 a piece, and that would be an additional $720 on the 24 length building, which would be a grand total of $4560.28. If we went to the 36 foot length depth, the building itself is $3,030.90. The blocks would be $960 with a total of $59.90. Now, going with the 36, the advantage that we would have there, we would have number one, more room to store salt, and number two, to try to keep the, have enough salt in there and still have the skid steer undercover somewhat.
Okay, Walter, Penny?
I think it should go 36 footer.
36 footer. Okay. Well, you're just asking tonight for the approval for the money to go ahead and get started, but we'll talk about the location
Yeah,
later. Okay.
if I can just get the stuff ordered, yes. And,
Because it'll take a
Sure,
while.
Crowder put theirs together. That's not any labor. We'll have to do the labor. Crowder did their own, so they said they would help us do ours. So that's just material, understanding that, no labor, which we will be the labor.
What time's that on? Well, it would have to come out of NVH. Well, I don't know. I don't know where that would come. I didn't bring my computer.
Sharon, did you say when I remember when I got that saw, you said you were at a meeting and they said we can't use some, yeah, we can't use
You can use NVH, well, it could come out of NVH.
that part of it.
The salt, the actual salt, NVH.
For the building.
The building, well, the building, that's my question. I just kind of want to know where it was. Get the money.
Either that or they could come out of rainy day. Rainy day or NVH, right?
If we took it out rainy day, we might. We'd still be a little short, but we can take it if you want the big one. Because
Well, that's up to these guys, and all we're
Yeah.
saying, like, of course, I just like to protect our equipment and stuff, and then not get caught in this pickle again, because I know you get it. Sometimes you get a lot cheaper, we can store it, have a couple more. Yeah, yeah.
Rainy day, we have 4361.47 left on this year's budget, so you'd have that. And then, how much was the total on the?
Total $59.90.
Yeah, we'd have to take the rest out of NVH. So Walter, was that a motion?
Sure.
Okay. I'll second that. Discussion? Yes, okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign? Okay, Mr. Downey.
The only other thing I have, and this is just for your knowledge, and I found out today, because Sharon got the bill, and I had to okay on, which I remember last month, you were asking about, what's this on John Deere credit? And Rural King.
Yeah.
Well, Bobcat also uses John Deere credit. So when you get that $4,100-some bill, that
there's a little mix up there. We got a bill from them.
well, that $200-some odd was for something different.
Oh,
They
that is-
just billed direct.
okay.
But apparently because of the amount, they threw that into
Okay, well, that's.
their John Deere credit. So I
get with you to find out which is the best one, because I've got two bills. One from Bobcat and one from John Deere Financial.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Downey? Reminder that October 20th, 4 p.m. is a public hearing here for the water and the stormwater planning grant. Okay, Mr. McGregor, you're up. Oh, wait a minute, before you go, should we take care of this Wallace thing right now while we're on DPW?
Makes sense.
We invited bids a couple months back for street repairs and paving overlay for this fall. And had, I think, 3 bids submitted. Wallace Construction ended up being the lowest of the 3. And at our meeting on September 1st, the council voted to award the contract to Wallace Construction. So on the 2nd, I sent to them a notice that they had been awarded the contract and asked that they sign the paving contract and get it back to me. Part of what they're required to do under our instructions to bidders was to provide a performance bond so that we would have a bond in place to cover any defects in material workmanship for a year. And I got back a contract from them, but I didn't get that. So they also were awarded the contract from Mrs. Lake. So I, over the last 3 weeks or so, have been struggling to find out whether we're going to get a bond from them, and if not, why, and have not returned the contract to them or had Jeff issue a notice to begin work because they didn't do what their contract requires. And performance bonds really are provided in the first instance to have a source to make a claim against if you have one. It's an insurance policy, I guess it's just in the form of a bond. But it also is a pretty good indicator of whether a contractor is doing okay or not. Sometimes I think it's as important to ask for a bond just to see whether they can produce one than it is to actually have one to make a claim against. It's challenging to make a claim anyway. So it was challenging to get through to somebody who could talk with me about it at Wallace. Ultimately talked with Richard Wallace. I guess he's the owner, right? Yes. And here's where I think we are. I think that, and based on my conversations finally with him and the folks in his office, here's what I believe to be the case. I think they had a claim 3 or 4 years ago that was a result of them not getting paid. I don't think it was a result of them doing effective work. I think that they got hung out on a state contract and had to pay for all their materials and labor, but they didn't get paid for the work they did, and so they took a pretty good hit. They're recovering from that, and I think doing real well. I think they're able to get bond coverage, but right now they have all the coverage available to them already committed on other jobs. So let's say that a bonding company is willing to write $20 million worth of bond coverage for a particular contractor, and that contractor has $20 million out in work, they can't get any more. And I think they're maxed out. That's a whole lot different from our standpoint than them being in financial condition that causes a bonding company to say, no, we're not going to take any risk on you. And I don't think that's the case. I think the contrary. The problem is because they're busy and have a lot of work in the pipeline and have done a lot of work recently, they sort of maxed out. So our options are to amend the contract to remove the requirement that they provide a performance bond and get on with Wallace. Or if you want to rescind the contract and contact the next lowest bidder, who was Dave O'Mara, right?
Yeah.
We can, or just reject them all and start think Wallace's contract was appreciably less than the next. I had a tally sheet, but for some reason I can't find it right at the moment. I think, I don't know whether we didn't open the bids in a real meeting. But I think it's quite a bit of money. You know, to say that we're going to reject Wallace and go to the next lowest, I think it's going to be a significant additional expense for the town. So, my suggestion is that we go ahead and amend the contract to release them from the obligation of providing a performance bond. They still are guaranteed to work for a year. We still have remedies against the contractor if something goes wrong. We just don't have a remedy also against the bonding company. But I think under the circumstances, that allows us to get this work done yet this fall. I'm told by Mr. Wallace that they are planning on doing it, that I don't know whether they have actual dates scheduled, but they know in the next 3 or 4 weeks they've got to get it done, and they're planning on performing the contract. So what I need from you is some decision about that. And it could be in the form of a motion to simply release them from the requirement to provide a performance bond in the contract. That's what you want to do.
You want to make that motion? You want to make that motion? Do you have a question for him first? No, just. Was it big? It's 36,000.
It's 32,000.
32,000. So it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
in their scheme of things, it's not a very big deal.
I tell you too, and I'm not working for Wallace here, and I'm the one that put the requirement of a bond in there in the first place.
Right.
All right, and I think he said, we were going to do that before. So I do think it's important. And next go around, I'll suggest that we have that requirement in there. But if we're building a new water tower or a new wastewater treatment plant, or having a new subdivision with roads and sewers and sidewalks and water lines and everything developed on, and that we're going to take into the town, if it's a contract that's more money that is performed over a long period of time, that we have money out on, it's a much bigger deal. Here, they'll do this work. We have 35 days after they're finished to take it. Jeff and Bob, if you look at it, I mean, you need to monitor what they're doing as they're doing it, you know. But if we're not satisfied, we're not going to pay them. If you got a $5 million project, you got $2.5 million in it, and $2.5 million left, and the contractor disappears, or something screwed up, you got to undo the work and redo it. A paving project, they're going to put the right amount over. They're going to put 1.5 inches down. They're going to wedge it, or they aren't. But you guys are going to pretty well know that. So the risks aren't nearly as great, both in the dollar amount and just how it works. Particularly not paying them until they're finished.
In the past, they've done 60th Street, they've done Highland Street, they've recently done County Line Road. I know they've done Jake's Chevrolet lot, and I know they've done the Kroger in Franklin. And Lord only knows what else. So what he's saying makes a lot of sense. If they're bond issue there, they are spread out thin probably on.
Yeah,
I think it's something big right now, more so, I think, is what's got them kind of tapped.
And that can happen. They have one big project, a lot of work, and their bonding capacity is gone. That's who we want to do business with, though. In that, you want someone who's busy getting a lot of work because their financial statement looks good and all that kind of stuff.
And one thing too is, I think I'm married to Jeff, wrong, that they were about $10,000 more, maybe even $12,000 more.
It was quite big.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I should have that, whatever.
Any kind of
Just won't have that.
Short of them just doing half of it and leaving, any kind of defect that they're going to be, it's probably going to cost less than that anyway.
We're not going to pay them until, 35 days to pay them, we're not going to pay them. It's not like we're giving them a third down.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big difference.
And anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to amend.
Okay, second? Second. Okay, discussion. Question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on, Marvin. Mr. Marvin.
Total cost last month was 38, it was only down about the same as last month, 39. On 30 and 10
Morgantown, 8 outside, and the county took 11 calls for us. Total citations were 9. That includes 2 ordinance violations. State statute, I had 7, it's actually 8. I got a couple of requests on here. I need to request an additional $190 on the vehicle. If you read on there, number 3, $40 is payable to Strobes and More, would be payable to Strobes and More. They had a price change on me from the time I had a printout for my cart of the order until the time I actually placed the order. There's a $40 difference. And then the console we were trying to use, which came out of an Explorer, ended up being too long and would not work. So I'm requesting an additional $150, which is still $190 total. That $150 was for labor, again, to bring the Rogers out of the door. So it's $190 total.
So you need 191?
Another $190 on that, the equipment.
40 on the equipment. I
installation.
think I saw that where they raised the price on that one.
Yeah, I called them out on everything. They said it's just an annual price increase from their suppliers.
Okay.
Nothing they can do.
Okay, do one of you guys want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Additional 190?
I'll second.
Okay, you guys are wearing yourselves out. Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. I did notice you have your new report on the back. I didn't know, did you see it on the back?
Yes, I did.
Did you see it, Penny?
And I do have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
When we talk about our new part-time position, I didn't know if it would be possible, but he had asked me as well. Right now he's set at 20 hours. If he was to take off, can he make up those hours next week and maybe work more if we need it? Or another option would be, like right now, if one of our full paid officers is taking vacation time, we're off for the whole several days in a row, and he works some of those hours up to a set amount, whatever you guys said. I don't know if that'd be a possibility or not.
No, that reaches out. Well, we have the budget for 20 hours a week. So, I mean, I think he'd be okay as long as he didn't go over 30. You mean like if he worked 10 months, he took a vacation and then he wanted to work?
Like say he worked 15 one week, could he work over 5 the next week? So it's still equal out.
Isn't it 30 hours? Anything under 30 is okay?
Under 40, but in
okay.
4.
I mean, it's going to budget-wise, it'll be the same.
I mean, as far as overtime, it would actually be 43. Forget how.
Part-time, I
That
think.
we said that.
We have
Well, it's still not overtime.
Yeah.
It's still not overtime. It
No.
may be part-time status, but not wage and hour overtime.
But if we have budgeted that much, then what do you think?
I guess I'm kind of asking 2 questions. The instance where 1 week he takes a day off and wants to make it up the next week. Question 1 and question 2 is, like say next week I have an officer who's going to be off all week. Could he possibly work more coverage?
Well, the officer that's off is still budgeted to pay that amount. So
Yes.
we have budgeted X dollars to pay him. And isn't that right? We couldn't go over it.
But I think if it averages
And
out,
it averages out.
I think you,
Yeah, I don't think that's the problem. I think, and I'm trying to say, not to everybody apart, but I guess I am. I think, don't lose sight of the primary goal here, and that was to have coverage. You know, and if it gets to be too erratic and, you know, he pushes 5 hours from 1 week into the next, during the week when you have coverage anyway, we're not getting the same sort of benefit from this that we would by covering. That's the only thing that comes to mind. I mean, I don't think the way if he did make up the 5, and this is all an example, it would have to be on uncovered time. Yeah, but would it be uncovered time that isn't as important in trying to provide coverage as the 5 hours that he didn't work the week before? If we're saying we're trying to target certain times of day or certain days, then if you say, well, I want to take 5 hours off, but I'll work 5 hours next week, and he ends up working, you know, noon to 3 or something, at a time when in the other week he would have worked 8 p.m. to midnight or something. You know, I don't know what the best coverages are, but I just wouldn't undermine what you try to accomplish by creating this position. By not getting the coverage coverage at the times that you most want. That's all. But
Well, so
I
that,
don't think it's a wage issue.
well, it shouldn't be a wage issue unless he goes over the 30 hours, right?
Well, I think it's only a wage issue if he goes over 40, and I think 43, because I think we did adopt an ordinance
Yeah.
under the FLSA for police.
Yeah, we did.
And that's not going to happen, right?
You got enough reserve to maybe could cover his shift that week or something?
Well, I tried. I did have another item while we were talking here. I had to let go of another officer, so Officer Garrett is one I go to. Officer Garrett?
He was a reserve.
He's a reserve, former military, just not doing his required hours.
Well, looking at your thing here, you got a few that aren't doing their required hours. Is that right?
Yes,
You're
you
supposed
have
to
your,
be 16.
you have your FTO across the bottom. I'll start there, that's easy to explain.
Oh, those are the new ones, right?
Those are the new ones.
They're not actually out.
Yeah, and you can see that one of them did work quite a few, and the others. Willard didn't start till the end of the month anyway. And Smith was on a 2-week vacation, so he was gone on ahead for 2 weeks and still under FTO.
So the ones that you have that are active, you have 5, and 3 of them didn't do their 16 hours.
Correct. One of them on the reserves, the top one, called out. The last week of the month called out sick.
You schedule and call it sick?
Yes, but I have a new policy. If they call out, maybe I have to make it up the next month. So that's only fair. If they can't do that, then it's the next step. So if they are 8 hours short 1 month, then the next month they have to add it on top of 16. And it took a while to put this together, but I think each month that I do this from now on, it'll get easier and more efficient. It took a while to put that together. I need to have more reports given to me to help with some of these. Been going through, several other reports, trying to find numbers and mileage and.
Well, it's going to tell you who's doing what.
Well, for instance, on your total calls, your total call column there, if you notice that's different. The total of that is actually 55, but if you look over on our total incidents for the month,
30 something.
it's 30. Because that draws an instant number. Not everything we do draws that number. I had 3 calls in one day and I didn't draw an instant on any. One of them was agency assist with accounting and warrant service and ground counting, different things like that, so that they'll draw that number. A lockout, for instance, doesn't draw one. There's just a ton of data.
So, how many arrests did you make last month?
Last,
I thought, that's not on here, is it?
yes, it is. Last month I only had 2. The month before that I had 6. And our total for this month, or the past month rather, for September was 6.
6?
Yes.
Okay. You have any questions? Any other questions for me?
As we go along, too, you guys get used to reading this. If you have any further questions, we can.
Any other things?
That's it.
I did want to back up here real quick. I forgot to shout out on Bobby. We had the water leak over on Elm Street, and the part was going to be how much?
Well, it wasn't the part, we couldn't get the part. The whole shebang would have been around $2,500 to replace the thing, and Bobby MacGyver one for how much, $40?
$6 plus labor. Found the effluent source and their welder.
So that might be the next month's wish list, a fortune welder.
Well, you're going to save $2,000 on these jobs. I think that's great.
We got lucky. I mean, it was easy enough to make that part. It wasn't like I stayed in the world or anything.
Well,
but
that $2,000 is a lot of
at some
money.
point in time, a welder
Town like
would
this.
get paid for it, I suppose.
Very good. I wanted to make a shout out for that, Bobby. Okay, I had 2 items, complaints, and I'm for Chad and Paul. being on that discussion, so I think table those till the next time. Anybody have any new business? I didn't have any. Roll for public comment. Any public comment? Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All same sign?
Little boy getting ready.
Thank you.
Okay, well, the little boy's getting ready. He's growing like a leaf.
Yeah, let me have it. Yeah.